This podcast is available in both audio and video formats on your favorite platform. See stage33live.com for more details. New episodes come out on the third Thursday of every month. Welcome to Stage 33 Live, a 40-seat nonprofit volunteer-run industrial-rustic listening room with a throwback vibe in Bellows Falls, Vermont, population 2,755. These performances were documented in our room, one and done and warts and all, by local, regional, and national talents. The barely contained theme for this episode is food, and it features Ian Gallipo, Castle Bay, Chardonnay, Veranda Porch, Laura Elsie, Toussaint Saint Negritude, Violet Bell, Dan and Faith, Pat Dodona, Sewell, Melissa D, Ninja Monkey, Olivia Need, Dylan Patrick Ward, John Brown, and Sam Duffy. Stage 33 Live exists at all thanks to your free will donations and the excellent volunteers that make it happen. And along the way, we've had help from businesses and institutions like Chroma Technology, manufacturing high-performance optical filters for aerospace, astronomy, consumer, industrial, and life sciences. Here's Ian Gallipo with Cotton Candy. It's food.
He was playing the odds, taking his chances on every last game down the line. Carnival barkers taunting him hungrily. Go on, kid, give it a try. By chance he looked up, missing his target, but catching a glimpse of a girl passing by. And his world spun faster. She knocked him off his balance, carried away on the ride of his life. Chasing her down, left his last ring on the counter of some foolish game. His shout split the crowd like a county fair Moses, saying, "Come on, just tell me your name." She looked like an angel, dressed in pink cotton candy, she said, like she wasn't ashamed. His world spun faster. She knocked him off his balance, carried away on the ride of his life. He held out his hand, told her, "I'll give you the world if you'll give me tonight." His eyes begged the question, her tired heart answered her, "Go on, give this one a try." She spelled out her answer in fingers entangled, and slowly they drifted off under the lights. His world spun faster. She knocked him off his balance, carried away on the ride of his life. The pirate ship rocked, the Ferris wheel rolled, the carousel carried them around. Caught up in motions beyond his control, he heard his heart spill from his mouth. But she picked up the bits of his tattered proposal and slipped on the Cracker Jack ring he'd found. And his world spun faster. She knocked him off his balance, carried away on the ride of his life. Now he leans on an altar some 50 years on, while his granddaughter waits to be wed, telling those gathered all this is possible, 'cause a boy chased a girl way back then. And his eyes are aglow with the light of that midway, and the tears and the laughter of everyday sins, 'cause the world spins faster.
Next up, Castle Bay doing Mrs. Fogarty's Cake, and then a short stack of small poems.
As I sat by my window one evening, the letterman came unto me, and he brought a nice neat invitation. Gilhooly, come over for tea. Well, I knew it was Fogarty sent it, so I went just for friendship's sake. But the first thing they gave me to tackle was a piece of the Christmas cake. There were plums and prunes and berries, raisins and currants and cinnamon too. There were nuts and cloves and cherries, but the crust, it was made out of glue. There were caraway seeds in abundance, 'twould give you a fine toothache. 'Twould kill a man twice to be eating a slice of Miss Fogarty's Christmas cake. Well, Mulligan wanted to try some, but really it wasn't no use. We worked at it over an hour, but we couldn't get none of it loose. So Mulligan went for the hatchet, while Kelly, he went for the saw. But they only succeeded in smashing the hatchet and Kelly's left jaw. There were plums and prunes and berries, raisins and currants and cinnamon too. There were nuts and cloves and cherries, but the crust, it was made out of glue. There were caraway seeds in abundance, 'twould give you a fine toothache. 'Twould kill a man twice to be eating a slice of Miss Fogarty's Christmas cake. Well, O'Leary came down with a colic. McNulty complained of his head. McFadgen lay down on the sofa, and he swore that he wished he was dead. Miss O'Brien went into hysterics, and she started to jiggle and shake. And the men said they all had been poisoned by eating Miss Fogarty's cake. There were plums and prunes and berries, raisins and currants and cinnamon too. There were nuts and cloves and cherries, but the crust, it was made out of glue. There were caraway seeds in abundance, 'twould give you a fine toothache. 'Twould kill a man twice to be eating a slice of Miss Fogarty's Christmas cake. Then a man came in from the army, a sergeant or some such like. He had a big box full of matches and 100 weight of dynamite. We went 500 yards, well, maybe 7, and we watched while the fuse flame raced. The house, it went up to the heavens. The confection was still in place. There were plums and prunes and berries, raisins and currants and cinnamon too. There were nuts and cloves and cherries, but the crust it was made out of glue. There were caraway seeds in abundance, could give you a fine toothache, could kill a man twice to be eating a slice of Miss Fogarty's Christmas cake.
How to diet: eat your hunger, put some sugar on it, and a little butter too. Then eat it 1,000 times in its various flavors until you're so full of emptiness you could eat 1,000 more, but don't, because you've allowed yourself a little morsel of celery instead, and a radish for dessert. To fatten your discipline, a postprandial nibble that gives you indigestion, but you chew it anyway, remembering the last cookie you had 4 weeks ago, as if it were now when you're eating it again in your head, which only angers your stomach, who has captured you and is holding you hostage in a ramshackle cabin down a dirt road somewhere you hope will become famous someday as the site where you outsmarted it, your stomach, by simply keeping your mouth shut, despite the fact it's holding a gun to your head with your finger on the trigger, believing that you just might pull it. But I digress. Just eat it with nothing on it. It's good. You'll see.
This is called Savor. The summer of Shroud. Come down to the blueberry patch, toss off the veil. On every branch, an avalanche of fruit. Strip and fill a punnet a minute. Taste from each high bush the nuance, lip to love. Back home, roll out and blind bake a pie shell heap with thickened fruit. Late in evening, slice the open face. Now the sugar sheen of meteors over raw August. Quilt on the grass, let the sky fall in your mouth.
Memories of mimosa trees pop up in my mind. "Don't go out there barefoot," shouts Meemaw. "You'll step right in that fire ant's nest." Meemaw stirs the red beans and then adds the ham hocks. I put my shoes on and run out. As the long spring on the screen door squeals, the intense heat sears my face. The door slams shut with a loud bang. Out in the front yard stands the mimosa tree. I touch the row of tender leaves softly and watch awestruck as they fold into themselves. I run around the yard with my brother and sister. "Hey, over here, let's see if we can find any lizards." We hear the screen door again. Bang! Papa comes out. He sharpens Meemaw's knife on the grinding wheel. We run into the garden shed. Along the beams and boards, we look for chameleons, the slim green lizards that change color to brown. How I love those little lizards. We try to catch them, but we're careful not to grab their tails. We don't want them to break off. We decide to go visit Aunt Landis' house, to climb the live oaks. It's at the end of Sand Hill Road, past the unkempt beds where we'd been digging peanuts the day before. Soon we're there. The big white house is surrounded by live oaks covered with Spanish moss. Some of the huge branches reach down low. We help each other climb up and stay there in the tree, stroking lengths of moss in the heat of Ponchatoula, Louisiana. And this really is her knife.
My mother, having raised an entire revolution, my mother makes a whole loaf of freedom from a bowl of access denied. My mother makes a whole loaf of freedom, a whole loaf from a bowl of access denied. My mother takes a spoonful of sugar and a handful of courage and sees to the horizons of boundless generations. With the taste of sweet potato pie and a generous amount of divine seasoning, my mother has sweetened the courage of every step I take forward. My mother. My mother can nourish the consciousness of the entire table from just one bowl of love. My mother makes the whole world so much more livable, knowing full well I love her more than a mere quarantine of miles can ever tell. I love my mother. Oof.
We heard from former Vermont Poet Laureate Chard Nord and Veranda Porch, Laura Elzey, and Toussaint St. Negritude. Stage 33 Live exists at all thanks to your free will donations and the excellent volunteers that make it happen. And along the way, we've had help from businesses and institutions like the community-owned Bellows Falls Opera House, first run in classic films, concerts, and theater. These performances were documented at Stage 33 Live in Bellows Falls, Vermont. And this episode features clips directly or tangentially or not really particularly about food. This is Violet Bell, and they'd like you to meet them in the garden.
Says it knows where I belong. If I Mr. Omar Ruiz Lopez.
Miss Lizzie Ross.
And together we are Violet Bell. Thank you all so much.
Raw kale salad, steamed collards too. That's what we vegans call comfort food. Black beans served atop brown rice. Jalapeno peppers make it taste so nice. For us, it's nature's very best.
And chocolate.
Fresh baked bread from whole grains. The salad green still damp from the rain. Mushrooms broiled from the grill. Fresh basil from the windowsill. For us, it's nature's very best.
And chocolate.
You can have your sugar-laden treats if that's what you really want to eat. There's always something fresh and new in the land of vegan comfort food. Carrots and parsnips all in a stew. Add in turnips, sweet potatoes too. Serve with a salad and asparagus. Nobody starves when they eat with us. For us, it's nature's very best. And chocolate. You can have your sugar-laden treats if that's what you really want to eat. But there's always something fresh and new in the land of vegan comfort food. Eating local from the farm, it's healthier and it does less harm. It's rich food with lots of zest. For us, it's nature's very best. Like fresh fruit smoothies.
Corn on the cob.
Fresh picked tomatoes. And rich, dark chocolate.
That was Dan and Faith with Vegan Comfort Food.
This is sort of like a manifesto for why I write music.
This is Pat Dodona, Breadcrumbs to My Heart.
Walk into the light, even if you are lonely. We can make it right. This is for your ears only. Follow the breadcrumbs to my heart. Whisper the words as they come. This is the way into my heart. Music's where memory comes from. Sing till your voice gives out. Strum till your fingers are sore. Music is what you're about. Music is what your life's for. Follow the breadcrumbs to my heart. Whisper the words as they come. This is the way into my heart. Music's where memory comes from. Love till your body's asleep. Make out of this your own story. Hold close the loved ones you keep. Follow the breadcrumbs to my heart. Whisper the words as they come. This is the way into my heart. Music's where memory comes from. Thank you.
This song is called Pot of Mussels.
Like the man said, pot o' mussels. This is Sewell, and they're kinda nuts.
I got a pot of mussels simmering on the stove. Garlic, wine, and pepper. Well, that's the part I love. Got some Brussels sprouts. They're simmering in the pan. Gotta bring them to Sebastian. They're waiting in the van. Hustle to the country, it's crowded like a plane. Fighting with the hoi polloi sure can make a man insane. Now I don't like to guzzle my coffee after one. The mistletoe continues on its presidential run. Now if you ever have to leave the world a detailed to-do list, you're gonna wanna use all the languages so the folks will get the gist. Well, there's no telling what can happen with the mussels in the pot. There's no telling what can happen when the stove is all you got. Well, I got a pot of mussels. Well, I got a pot of mussels. I got Well, I got a pot of mussels.
cry of the mussel. We think it's better than the sound of whales.
Cool, thanks.
More than anything else, Stage 33 Live exists at all thanks to your free will donations and the excellent volunteers that make it happen. We're so grateful. It wouldn't be possible to do this alone. This season's podcast sponsor is Friends of Studio Cat Corduroy. Originally from Austin, Texas, Corduroy moved to Vermont in 2019 to reside at the painting studio next door to our performance space, moving on to her next great adventure on the last day of June 2025 at the ripe old age of 20. A gruff exterior with a heart of gold type, when we came in to set up for shows, we always looked forward to her yelling at us through the door until we let her out. Corduroy was well known on social media, where her friends now join with Hunter Studio and Rockingham Entertainment Development in supporting the mission of Stage 33 Live. To learn more about Corduroy, visit her at hunter-studio.com/corduroy.
The lemons of yesterday make sweet lemonade, make sweet, sweet lemonade. You showed up on days when stuff was hard. You are a resilient superstar. Sweet, sweet lemonade. Your resiliency remains in bloom. You plant flowers in the gloom. Sweet, sweet lemonade. The lemons of yesterday make sweet lemonade, make sweet, sweet lemonade. You're making it through with all that you do. We think of the past and how long this will last. Sweet, sweet lemonade. You fall 7 times and stand up 8. You know deep down it's gonna be okay. Sweet, sweet lemonade. The lemons of yesterday make sweet lemonade, make sweet, sweet lemonade.
Thank you so much. You guys are the best.
Kicked off with Melissa D singing about lemonade, sort of. And here's Ninja Monkey singing about juice, sort of.
When I was just a little baby, Mama's milk would have drive me crazy. Waking from my baby's dreaming, Mama's milk would
movie by Olivia Need. It counts because she says scones.
Hey, it's me, the one-dimensional female character from this indie movie. And I just want to drink beer and be near all of your one-dimensional guy friends. Because I'm attracted to you, because you're a struggling artist, living with your mom, and that kinda turns me on. So walk with me down Fifth Avenue in New York City, because the skyscrapers fit the cinematography. Oh yeah. Hey, it's me, the one-dimensional male character, doing caricatures for free in the park. When I first saw those eyes, I felt a spark. I took your hand and said, do you wanna get coffee with me? There's a great new place we should try. The coffee's pretty good, but the scones are kinda dry. Couldn't hurt to try it. I'll buy it, but you're an independent woman in this indie movie, so fuck it. It's evident I don't say the word fuck very often. It's not one of my favorite words to say, but it fits the rhyme scheme, so we'll keep it that way. We can skip the part where we break up, because it'll never make the director's cut. Because it'll never make the director's cut. Yeah. We can skip the part where we break up, because it'll never make, because it'll never make the director's cut.
All right, I want you guys to sing along with me on this next one. And if you sing along loud enough, the recording equipment will pick it up, and your voice will be forever immortalized in the Stage 33 YouTube archives. So this is your shot, okay? The song is a very simple chorus. Some of you know it. It goes like this. It was a weird night. It was a weird night. All right, so sing along. Ready? It was a weird night. All right, once more. It was a weird night. Thank you. The song's called Weird Night. Fell asleep in a blind man's arms. It was a weird night. Woke up next to a mastiff dog. It was a weird night. There were cigarettes in the birthday cake. 2 men came and took Joey away. Now we're sitting at a diner at 5 a.m. hoping that he's all right. Here it comes. It was a weird night. It was a weird night. Well done. He had 2 less teeth and 2 new tats. It was a weird night. Guy with a red hat, guy with a blue hat got into a fist fight. Tom took a trip out to outer space, and then he tried to rip all the skin from his face. If we hadn't have tied his wrists up, he might have scratched away his eyesight. It was a weird night. It was a weird night. Spent the night in the laundromat with our clothes all wet with rain. Wondering why each night turns out the same. We could really use some Chinese food, or really any food at all. Gotta get my together. I gotta get my together. Well, the night that you left and you didn't come back, it was a weird night. The bathroom mirror was full of cracks, and I stared into it all night, wondering where you had gone and what it was that I'd done wrong. Well, I guess you meant it when you said that you were done with this life. It was a weird night. It was a weird night. It was a weird night.
Weird Night by Dylan Patrick Ward. It counts because he said Chinese food.
Bartender, one more round. Come and gather around, buddy. I'll tell you a story about a woman I once loved.
John Brown, One More Hot Dog in Yellowstone, and we'll close out with Oatmeal by Sam Duffy.
When I caught her doing the neighbor, I remembered holding her hand in labor. It was Steve Petrucci, the town florist. Our kids sang side by side in the 5th grade chorus. We made eye contact. Well, I choked before I cried and ran screaming outside. Had a vision of a golf cart with wings, but all I had was my Corolla. No, I could not fly away from my cheating wife Marie on that sad summer day. So I gunned it north to Wyoming, wondering what the hell happened. Had some whiskey and a sleeping bag somewhere in Jackson, and I had one more hot dog in Yellowstone, one more hot dog in Yellowstone. Drank that whiskey till it was gone, and one more hot dog in Yellowstone. Doo-doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo. And then I woke one cheek in the dirt with Petrucci's face in my mind, that jerk. When in between my nose and a bottle cap was a little dung beetle rolling a ball of crap. You know, I screamed before I spoke, then chuckled a little joke to that dung beetle in the dirt and grit. I said, life gives you and you just roll with it. You're like a little Buddha for the broken. So boys, I wrenched off my wedding ring and I stuck it in that dung. Then I watched it roll away like a brown setting sun. And I've never been one for esoteric signs, but Old Faithful shot up in the sky, and I came alive. And then I had one more hot dog in Yellowstone, one more hot dog in Yellowstone. I've rolled with it from that day on. One more hot dog in Yellowstone. Here's the lesson. So my friends, when life gives you all you gotta do is roll with it. Take it from that dung beetle in the dirt and grit. All you gotta do is roll with it. Well, Marie and Petrucci, I guess they split up. Saw Petrucci at the flower shop, boy, he was in the dumps. I said, head north to Yellowstone, that's all you gotta do. Look for the little guy who is rolling poo. That's all you gotta do, Steve. All you gotta do is roll with it.
Nobody makes a bowl of oatmeal quite exactly like you do. With fruits and honey and nuts and love that warms me through and through. Every magic spoonful helps melt away my morning blue. Nobody makes a bowl of oatmeal quite exactly like you do. Wake up early for the break of dawn. Stoke the fire, put the kettle on. Every new day's like a song spontaneously composed by you. Nobody shoots a game of pool quite exactly like you do. Dressed to kill in 3-inch heels, you sink them where you choose. Making bets that satisfy whether I win or lose. And nobody makes a bowl of oatmeal quite exactly like you do. Wake up early for the break of dawn. Stoke the fire, put the kettle on. Every new day's like a song spontaneously composed by you. Nobody makes sweet love quite exactly like you do. Well, I really don't know for sure, but I suspect it's true. Whether if ever I do find out won't affect my love for you. I'm pretty sure that nobody makes sweet love quite exactly like you do. Wake up early for the break of dawn. Stoke the fire, put the kettle on. Every new day's like a song spontaneously composed by you. nobody makes a bowl of oatmeal quite exactly like you do. With fruits and honey and nuts and love that warms me through and through. Every magic spoonful helps melt away my morning blue. And nobody makes a bowl of oatmeal quite exactly like you do.
This program was produced by Stage 33 Live in Bellows Falls, Vermont. Stage 33 Live exists thanks to volunteers and donations. Extra special thanks to these exceptional supporters over the years. The Island Corporation, a creative mix of art and enterprise. Wool FM, community radio for the southern Vermont and New Hampshire borderlands. Guilford Sound, a state-of-the-art residential recording studio in Guilford, Vermont. The Vermont Arts Council, working for a creative state. And the Rockingham Arts and Museum Project, revitalizing the community with the arts. Stage 33 Live is a 501c3 nonprofit. All donations are deductible to the extent allowed. For more information about everything, see our uncomfortably dense website at stage33live.com. See you next time. Until then, go see a show by an act you've never heard of and support local everything. And we've got time for a bonus track. Here's Charlotte Morris in her neighborhood bar.
Tuesday night, things feel right, and all I see are your bright blue eyes, shooting sparks in the dark as you make your way to the bar to grab another drink before you think too hard and close the tab. Even though you're still a little bit sad, 'cause here we are at the neighborhood bar. Once you're inside, things start getting better with drinks in hand and a local band. Life starts to fade away, so money's tight and you keep fighting with your man. While you're here, it's all whiskey clear. Nothing matters much as we're both drinking like a truck. Secrets shown, and no one cares if you come alone. All are welcome, even those from out of town. So grab another beer before you hear the sound of closing call. Being an adult is tough, and when you've had enough, this fight cures all. Fighting with your man. While you're here, it's all whiskey clear. Nothing matters much once we're both drinking like a truck at your neighborhood bar. You're friends with the owner, and Johnny pours the jack. The bouncer is a stoner, and he always has your back. Know where the night will go, but we'll close it down. So while you're here, it's all whiskey clear. Nothing matters much once we're both drinking like a truck at your neighborhood bar. Who cares about the fools once we're both sitting on the stools of your neighborhood bar? Thank you.
Hi, I'm Carly. I'm an AI avatar created entirely by artificial intelligence. There is nothing AI about Stage 33 Live,